with the mind-body network, which has a lot to do with how tense we might feel in the back body. So it's about the difference between the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. So this is what we're just going to try and trigger, the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your relax, rest, digest. And because the sympathetic nervous system is that fight or flight. So if you had your saber-toothed tiger coming at you, then you're in that high adrenaline and you're, you know, in this like level of alertness. So we're trying to release that, and because what happens when you get stressed, for example, in the workplace or with situations going on around you, there is no saber-toothed tiger. So when the situation passes, often you don't actually, it's already triggered, the danger doesn't ever pass. It's like constantly there, that level of, might be low level, but it might be high level of stress. So this is why we're going to trigger the parasympathetic, which is stress relieving. So I've got lots of nice things to use, but this is just going to fold my blanket. So the first one we're going to do, and you might have a block, but it's nice to use something soft for a change. So obviously this blanket is really thick, but maybe you've got a couple of cushions and you're just going to lie them and on the mat, across the mat, and then you're going to lie back, and it's going to be just around your bra strap. So firstly, have your feet on the floor, knees bent, take your feet apart, knock your knees together so you're not holding them up, they're just knock together, and then lie back over your blanket roll or whatever you have there. And you can just let your palms face upwards, arms are just out to the side. If you want to deepen it a little bit, you'll straighten your legs, but let the feet roll out. Close your eyes. And not controlling the breath, but just following that sensation. When you feel the breath come down into the belly, and it's almost like you might feel this restriction through the chest or the rib cage. So this is helping to open the front of the body. Okay, then staying in this position, you're then going to lift or bring your feet together, knees bent, and then bring your heels, just keep your arms relaxed, but bring your heels as near to your bottom as you can, and then roll the knees out so you press the soles of your feet together. This is supine butterfly. So just let the knees float out. You might want to put your hands on your thighs or just leave your arms where they are. Just allow the body to sag, but now just a gentle opening through the hips. Okay, opening your eyes, bring your knees back up, knees together. Take your feet apart. Take your arms to shoulder height. I've got too much stuff around me. And now place the palms down and drop your knees over to the right. It's nice and gentle, look to the left. If it's too strong, you've got a sore lower spine, then you can come off the blanket roll and just lying flat. But using the breath, so use the exhale as you breathe out, thinking in your head, relax, relax. Just softening wherever there's tension. Okay, then inhale, squeeze your core, lift your knees, and drop your knees to the right, to the left, sorry. You can roll your head in the opposite direction or just keep the head face facing up. Then inhale, bring your knees up. So coming up, but be careful, use your core, bring your chin to your chest. You can roll to the side a little. And you're going to come onto your hands and knees. And now bring whatever you've got in front of you. So you can make a little pile of things like we're nesting. Take your knees wide. You're going to come into child's pose, balasana. So toes touching, knees wide. You kind of want it all, sort of pull it all in between your thighs, and then just turn your cheek one way. Rest your hands down on the floor. And just relax. So it's gentle opening through the hips. Bring all those happy thoughts in. You're like, oh, this is nice. I really needed this. So this is what's called a restorative pose, but it's doing the job. It's letting the muscles softly open, but it's triggering your rest and digest system. We've got the vagus nerve in the body, so this is to do with tapping into that nervous system in the body that is helping you to release stress. Turn your cheek the other way. Just feeling as you're in this position how there's length in the spine. So as your hips are reaching back towards your heels, you can feel that as the thighs soften, your tailbone is reaching downwards. You feel that length all the way from the tailbone along the spine, up through the cervical vertebrae. Okay, then coming up, move all your stuff. And come to lie on your front in Sphinx pose. You see me? Yeah. So this is where your elbows are under your shoulders, your forearms are parallel with your palms pressing down. And then activate the legs. So you want cobra legs. So your legs are parallel. Press the tops of the feet into the mat and your pubic bone. So you feel your kneecaps lift. And then as you press the pubic bone in, press down through your palms and your forearms. So lift your chest up. Shoulder blades slide towards your waist and you'll feel your core start to stretch. So deep down, lower part of your belly. As you press down, and then imagine your elbows are coming towards your waist. So you're pulling your chest between your arms. So this is stretching the front body, but we're building a little bit of gentle strength in the back body. So shoulders away from ears, keep that pressure pushing up through the palms, but keep the legs strong. This is protecting your lower back. And then exhale, come to rest your forehead on your arms, take your feet out to the sides, the toes pointing outwards, and just relax. Okay, inhale, come back into cobra legs. You're now going to reach your arms out in front of you, so you're up on spider fingers, arms are straight, but you want to have the hands quite wide, so wider than your mat. Press the tops of the feet in, the pubic bone. So even in this position, you want to press through your fingertips, lift up your chest, but slide your shoulder blades towards your waist. So feel that activation through the scapula. And then turn your gaze down a little, so the chin comes down, so your neck is, you're not cricking the neck up, the neck is nice and long. So feeling that tension through the body, but trying to give length as well. Keep pressing the feet down, lifting up through the forearms, and then exhale, roll the feet out, rest your head on your hands. Okay, inhaling. Now we're going to come into actual cobra or baby cobra, Bhujangasana. So you're going to palms down and you want your index finger pointing directly forward. So keeping the wrists safe as well. So the palms are beside your rib cage. And then you're going to hug your elbows in. So squeeze your elbows to your ribs. Press the tops of your feet down. Press your pubic bone down. So you feel that the core starting to lift. And as you squeeze your elbows towards your ribs, you're going to point your elbows then down towards your hips and lift. So press through your palms, squeeze your core, just coming up slightly. So not high, but keeping shoulders away from ears. Keep the legs strong. 3, 2, 1. Just rest one cheek down on the mat. Relax the body, lie your arms beside you with the palms facing up. So being very careful if you've got any spinal issues, that you really pay attention to your core, and if there is any pain or tweaks that don't feel good, then don't go so deep into this or speak to me after class. Okay, we're going to do that once more. So baby cobra, fingers spread, index finger pointing forward, hug your elbows in, press the tops of your feet into the mat, and then squeeze your elbows down towards your waist, lift the chest just slightly, so almost just below your rib cage is lifted off the mat. Strong through the shoulders, keep the gaze down, and then exhale, turn the other cheek, rest your hands with the palms up. Inhale. We're now going to come into locust, Shalabhasana. So if this is too much, see whether you want to, so we're going to lift legs and arms, but if that's too strong on the lower back, then you can just lift one or the other, see how it feels, or just do cobra, baby cobra again. But again, think of your alignment. So you want to have cobra legs first, press the tops of the feet down, pubic bone, start to, your hands are behind you, lift your arms, and then start to lift your chest. So you're squeezing the arms towards each other, but reaching the fingertips towards your feet. If you can, you're going to lift your feet. It doesn't have to be high. Your thighs can still be on the mat, or if it feels good, you can lift higher. But start to really roll the shoulders back, fingertips reaching for your feet. Internally rotate the thighs so the knees are pointing down, and then exhale, lowering down, turning one cheek onto the mat, just relax. So what happens when you lift up is that often the thighs will want to roll outwards, and the sacroiliac joint is quite sensitive, so we want to make sure that we protect even the lower part of the spine. So if you consciously think about rolling your thighs a little bit inwards so your knees are pointing down instead of rolling out to the side, that's going to help build a safe strength here. So we can do that once more if it felt good. Okay, so looking forward again, but just the gaze is down. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your feet, reach your chest forward, roll the shoulders back, roll the thighs under you. Might feel they can lift a little higher, but any pinching in the lower back, just lower the legs a little or even put the legs down. Okay, and then exhale, turn to the other cheek, relax. And then inhaling, press through your palms, tuck your toes under, come up onto your knees. And then you're going to bring a couple of your cushions, or this is the last pose. So you want to lie back with your knees bent, and you've got a couple of cushions. So something that's reasonably high. And then press through your feet, lift your hips. You might need to come up onto your toes, depending. Come disappearing out of shot. Come forward. So lift, bring the cushions under your sacrum, but you actually want to have, what we're going to do is it's called Viparati Karani, which is legs up the wall pose. So, but because we're not at the wall, you can do this at the wall, which is kind of easier, but we're here. So you want the cushions slightly more towards your feet than your waist, because you want them to tip your pelvis back. So you're now going to just rest your hands to the side and then lift your legs up. And the whole point of the cushions under you might need to lower them a little depending on how it feels, is that they're tipping your pelvis towards your head so that you can lift your legs without having to hold them up there. You're not using your core so much. Just rest your hands and close your eyes. So this is now helping your heart by not having to pump so hard. It's helping with lymphatic drainage, getting the fluids moving away from your feet. This is a nice one to do. If you had a wall space where you sit sideways, excuse me, sideways to the wall, so you can get your bottom right up against it. And then you lie down and swing your legs up against the wall. And you can stay here for 10 minutes or so. It's really good if you've been on your feet for a long time, or just feeling kind of sluggish. Okay, then bend your knees. bring them towards your head so you can slide your cushions away. And then bring your feet down, take them wide, knock your knees together, bring your hands onto your belly. Just letting the spine settle. And then curl onto your right side. Just rest there a moment. And then pushing yourself up to a seated position, facing me. Hands on your thighs, press through your sitting bones, lift up through your core, close your eyes. Tilt your chin slightly so your neck is long. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste.